Hi, Ahmad. Let's take a look at your set of essays. Let's take a look and see what you wrote here about online communication. Let's see what you said. Today, technology is being increasingly used in all aspects of life. This is nowhere clearer than its usage by business teams to communicate with each other instead of having in person interactions. Although holding technology based meetings rather than meeting face to face has many benefits, there are still drawbacks to be considered. This essay will demonstrate how this development saves time, but it decreases personal interactions. Okay, that's lovely. That's really, really nice. Looking at how look good let me try that again. Looking first at how replacing personal meetings with online meetings. All right, that's not a sentence. You have to be careful here. That's a fragment. So, um let's change it. So why don't we do something like this? Replacing personal meetings with online meetings prevents wasting time. Okay? So that's how you needed to do this to make it grammatically accurate. Take an international conference, for instance. People here I would have liked where people can attend this conference through the internet instead of traveling to participate in it personally. When looking at this example, there is no doubt that online meetings preserve the time that would have been spent to move from one country to another in order to meet the others in person. From this, it can be concluded that using internet based business meetings instead of gathering in person has several benefits. Okay, I like this. That first sentence was, problematic, but the rest of it was really rather good. Um, let's see. Is this really 316 words? It's not actually because you have this here too. Let me just check something. All right, you have 294, which is fine. So I read this paragraph several times, and my initial reaction is that it's fine, it's good. I mean, okay, this first sentence was problematic, but the rest of it was good. It was cohesive, it made sense, you had an argument, you followed it through. So all that's fine. Um I do have a question mark here. Um I'm in an ideal world, you would have maybe included something else. I understand that that would have taken your word count probably a lot higher, but I kind of felt like you could have talked about something further. Let's see. Yeah, I that's kind of how I feel about this. I felt like maybe you could have had another main idea here to explore rather than just this idea about wasting time. Um, so again, it's not that it's bad. I just feel like it could have been more fully developed. Actually read it through one more time, and I want to show you how easy what I'm suggesting could have been. So you said when looking at this example, there is no doubt that online meetings preserve the time that would have been spent to move from one country to another in order to meet with others in person. Furthermore, such a shift can also save money, as it is widely known that travel for the purposes of conferences and international meetings are also uh, cost prohibitive, or they're also costly. So you could have used something like that, and that would have just added an extra layer. It would have added another reason, why these online meetings avoid this kind of expense. So you could have explored that. And that would have been that would have been a relatively easy fix. Okay, so let's keep going. However, holding meetings using video conferencing software lowers the role of the personal expressions that can be exchanged when meeting in person. For instance, in face-to-face meetings, people use they're called facial a no IAL here. Facial expressions, body language, and voice tone, not tune, tone with an O, to interact with other attendees. While such tools have a limited role during online meetings, due to the technological limitations of online meeting programs. All right, the sentence is rather long, and I felt like you didn't have to use the expression online meetings repeatedly. You could have just used it once. Let's see. While such tools have a limited role during online meetings due to the technological limitations of these programs. Okay, that would have been fine. This example makes it clear that online meetings lack exchanging human interactions that lack. This is so strange. Online meetings lack the exchange of human interactions that face-to-face meetings can facilitate. It is obvious that using online communications as a replacement of getting together personally has negative sides. Okay, that's fine. I don't love this has negative sides. You could have said has some negative aspects. It would have been better than sides. Okay. In conclusion, after analyzing the examples and arguments given, it is felt that the positive effects of meeting online instead of gathering in person are more important than its negative effects. In the years to come, it is predicted that more businesses will employ online communication tools in their meetings. Okay, that's fine. I thought this was good. One thing that I want to suggest to you is that, let's see, you want this paragraph to come second. You see, what you've got here is this is your concession paragraph. This is where you talk about the side that you don't really support. You don't really, I mean, you have to argue it, but you don't really, that's not the side that you believe in and that that you are in favor of. So that's the side that should come first. Okay. Um, That's typically what we do. This way, it gives the side that you do support, it gives it more weight, it acts like an anchor, and it comes closer to your conclusion. So first we use the side we don't really support, and then we talk about the side that we do really support. So that's one change I would have made. And then a couple of little things in terms of awkwardness that we already covered in considerable detail. So why don't we take a look now at your other task? So now let's take a look at your letter. You are applying to the full-time job. Okay, great. Dear Mr. Maher, I'm writing to you regarding a job vacancy without the two posted on the company's careers website. The title of this post is Data Analyst, and I seek your support to apply for it. Oh, that's lovely. Good. As you are aware, I have been working in a part-time position as support engineer for the past 2 years. Therefore, I believe it is the right time for me to have a career. Careful with this. Everything is beautiful here so far, but this is awkward. We don't say it's the right time for me to have a career growth. Career growth is usually something that doesn't take an article. So it just feels a little awkward. And career growth is also not something that there's a right time for. So while I love some of the thought behind this, it just doesn't really come out as particularly natural. So you could have said something like, I believe it is the right time for me to take the next step in my career. I think it is the right time to pursue a different role within the organization. So these would have been much more natural in this context. In the next 2 years, I'm planning to deepen my knowledge in data analytics by enrolling in an online master's program in data science. Also, I'm working on a project to automate help desk processes using artificial intelligence algorithms, which I am hoping to finalize by next November. Here, you don't want the it because you have the which already. So grammatically, you don't need to hear. You have to get rid of this. Based on the above, I am certain that granting me this job opportunity will be of a great value for the company. That is because I will utilize my technical skills as well as my knowledge in data analytics to improve the company help desk processes to be more agile. I would be grateful if you could provide your esteemed recommendation to the company management to assign this position to me. Best regards. Okay. Um, I like it. I thought you did a great job. I thought you used some really, really lovely high level language. You may sense some hesitation. What are you asking for here? You're asking, uh, let's see, you're writing a letter to your manager requesting to apply. So essentially, you want your manager's position. Like, do I have your blessing to apply for this job? Okay. So let's see. So that's what you're supposed to be doing. I'm writing regarding a job vacancy. I seek your support to apply for it. All right, that's what you said. I knew I thought I saw it somewhere. That was perfect. I seek your support to apply for it. That was perfect. And then here, you're not necessarily asking for his recommendation at this time. You really just want what you said in that first paragraph. I would like your I would like your permission to proceed in the application process or something like that. That would have been more appropriate rather than saying you want your manager's recommendation. Okay, that makes sense, right? That's a clear distinction. It's one thing to say, hey, manager, can I apply for this? And it's quite another thing to say, hey, manager, can you recommend me for this? So you are at this point just seeking your manager's recommendation. I'm sorry. At this point, you're seeking your manager's permission. Okay. All right. So, Ahmed, I thought you did a really lovely job here in general. Yes, I know I've been focusing on some of the areas that could have been a little stronger. But on the whole, I thought the language that you used was really, really lovely. Nice, high level, solid work throughout. Okay, both the task one and the task two. We're looking at other things that we need to fix, things with task achievement, things with appropriateness. Um, a lot of these might seem like details, but some of them are actually important to get you from a good score to a very, very good score. And that's what I think you're capable of getting. So let's get you there, okay, by overcoming some of these weaknesses and errors that we found in this set. So go ahead, get started with the next set, and we'll meet back here with it. Good luck.